This is Ace Poppy, and we are going to play a new game, for me at least, called Plague. And we're going to start a new game right now. And we're going to go into Bacteria 1. And this is going to take us a few rounds. We're not going to get it all done one time, I'm sure. We're loading up right now. Welcome to Plague. You are new bacteria. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out humans in the ultimate plague. So now we're going to start in Central Africa. And the reason I'm starting there is because I feel it's kind of third world. And I'm hoping that the disease, is going to stay under the radar. And you could see in the lower left-hand corner, we're getting DNA points. The more DNA points we get, the more disease we could spread quicker through various means. So you'll see what I mean once we get up to about 12 or 14 points. You'll see the little arrows going around the world. That means the disease is already spreading. And you can look up at the news on the top, and right now no one's really concentrating on this disease. It's not a big deal yet, which is good for us. As you can see in the lower right-hand corner, there's no cure yet. PAX12, the name of our bacteria, is spreading from person to person in Central Africa and will grow exponentially. And we could control this plague by evolving it. But again, we need a few more DNA points before we could get into that. But it'll definitely happen. Every time we get a little orange or red purple bubble, we have to pop that, and that spreads the disease even more, helps us spread the disease even more. Okay, now we got 12 DNA points. So we're going to go to transmit, and we're going to go to birds first, and so we're going to be able to start transmitting the disease more with birds, and which is really cool. If you like disease spreading, here we go. It's even more. And as you can see, there's more and more arrows flowing from time to time. And we've already started infecting people in Central Africa. Over 100, over 250 actually. And now we have 11 DNA points. Now we have 16. So we're going to bring in the rats. Bring in them rats. Definitely going to help our cause. Disgusting things, but in this game, they're cool. And we could also check out the countries. In West Africa, it's business as usual. They don't recognize any problem yet. Now, in our prime country, Central Africa, still business as usual, but we're infecting quite a few people there. Over 1,000 now. Our DNA points are building up again, and we're going to be able to get into some more transmitters. Let's see, we have 11. Let's see what we could do. Okay. The mosquito will help us. Looks like the Danish now have a mafia. How about that? Some of the news on the top is funny. Now we're into thousands, infecting thousands. And we're starting to, the arrows are really building up. Now we're into 15, almost 15, 19,000, 25,000 infected. With 8 DNA, we're going to get pretty close to getting more transmitters. It spread to the Sudan. And we're definitely getting a lot of support here. Now we're going to transmit and we're going to get into the livestock. Getting into more countries. Arrows seem to be a little slow right now. But they'll be picking up again soon. Definitely affecting more countries. Now we topped 1 million. Now there still isn't any signs of any cure, and we want to really jump ahead of the cure as quick as we can, because once the cure starts, then we've got a real, a major strategic problem on our hands. So right now we're still under a radar screen. Now in Central Africa, it's still business as usual. They're still not reacting to it. This our PAX-12 infected more people than have tuberculosis. Up there in Libya. Now we're mutating into a real nauseous environment. And you can see in Central Africa, the disease is really spreading. It's turning red. The whole country's turning red. In the Sudan, it's affecting them pretty good. Nothing in Algeria yet. West Africa is affected. Now it's more infectious than HIV. And let's see what we could do here. Yep, we're going to bring in hypodermics now. It gives organisms ability to spread through blood-to-blood contact, increasing infectivity, especially in poor regions and mutation changes. So that's really cool for us. Saudi Arabia just got hit pretty good. West Africa, Morocco's just hit. Okay, we need a little more DNA before we could do a new transmittal. A new transmission device, I should say. Not yet. There we go. Bird migration is really helping us. Now we are going to affect the air, and that should definitely help spread the disease. Arrows should start picking up. We're still under the radar screen. No one's trying to cure yet. And you can see here, I think it's East Africa, the infection's really growing. Insomnia symptoms are mutating. And if you look into the disease, the next thing we want to start working on, it's we're doing it already, but we could, with DNA, we could even buy more symptoms. And then abilities, you get into, like doing things like breaking down cold resistance, heat resistance, drug resistance, and bacterial resistance. So we want to get into that too as soon as we can. but we want to build up the symptoms more. And if we go back to transmission, we still want to definitely infect the water and build on some of these other transmissions. So we still have a lot of work to do. And Africa is really getting hit hard. And really hasn't spread to the United States yet. Nothing in China. Yep, I spoke too soon. Now we're getting some hits in the Americas in general. Yeah, we still need a couple more points to get to the water, but we'll get there. Yeah, here we got it. Okay. Okay, now, we've handled most of the major transmissions. There's other ones that we could. UK is a wealthy country with high-quality health care. To spread faster, you may need to evolve the drug resistance ability. Okay, so I think we're going to listen to that and change our strategy. And instead of going to symptoms, we're going to go to abilities and start, once we have enough DNA, we'll start breaking down their ability to resist. And now it's starting to go into China, which is good. We get that population going and they'll be in trouble. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's starting to build up now. Okay, let's see. All right, I think I want to do a little more with the cattle. No, we can't do that yet. All right, let's go over to ability. Okay, we'll start breaking that down. Break down their resistance. Well, it looks like we are going to have to call it a day for this session, but we'll resume real soon and see what we could do. This is Ace Poppy signing off.